Well, hello there, and welcome back to Freeform Disney. I'm Jeremy.
Natalia.
And we are here. Hey, it is finally the two of us doing Marvel again. It's been way too long. Again, if it weren't for all those weird delays and the reshuffling of the schedule, well, then we probably wouldn't have had any delay. But as it is, we had, a month and a half off or something like that?
It's been a long time.
It has indeed. Let's see, a few hellos there. So hello there to Evie.
Hello.
Hello there to Geek Girl. Hello there to Matthew Finn. Yep, there we go.
Yep.
That's who I've seen in the chat. If you want me to say hello, you got to go ahead and pop your name in the chat, because I don't know you're there otherwise.
And soon, hopefully they'll let the episode out early like they've done with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That'd be lovely.
I'm not going to put my bets on it, though.
Because it's not Thursday night. Yeah.
Right, it's like the only thing coming out this day, right? Or the only major thing, anyway. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Hello there to Maximilian. Your most anticipated of the Marvel shows for you, Maximilian.
Yes, Loki's also mine.
We've watched both my first and second most anticipated. We got through those two.
Now it's time for my first.
Loki's number 3. So
I love Loki.
we're just working down the list for
fun.
me. So that kind of means, like, for me, each time it's my most anticipated for everything that's left. Only problem is my most anticipated movie is the final movie of the year, so a little trickier.
Yeah, that's not gonna work the same. Recently we came from watching Thor, the first one, and then Avengers, kind of catching up a little on this Loki, because this Loki kind of stems from those two movies and not beyond.
Yeah, I had a nice catch-up video on all that too, so that was nice. And by the way, when you say just came from that, like
not from this universe, but
I thought you meant about us. I think it was us in this universe. Loki may be shifting,
coming from
but no, I mean we just finished. I mean we finished Avengers like 2 minutes before we need to rush over here. So just a few minutes ago now.
Just a few.
So yeah, we went ahead and watched the two movies there. Oh, and hello there to Bruno.
Hello.
When is it dropping? Probably in another 13 minutes. It could
Hopefully
be early. I said it's one of those. It could be earlier. Hard to say for sure. Mm-hmm. Right now, I said you can go over there and watch a Loki trailer, but that's about it.
Not the same.
You can just rewatch that a few times all the way up until the hour, right?
Or watch the 3-minute catch-up that you made, and then you can...
exactly, there's definitely time to watch that. Indeed. As I said, it could drop early, because, yes, Falcon and the Winter Soldier typically, with every episode, dropped early, and WandaVision dropped... and WandaVision dropped early for, like, the last couple or so. But, again, it was when they were doing Fridays on those, not when they jumped to Wednesdays. So, given that, I don't expect them to drop early, but they might. And we're here in case it does.
Yes.
And so are you. Well, that is, unless you're watching this later. Then I guess you weren't here for watching it at that time, and then this will seem really weird. So, hello from the past, if that's the case.
Time warp. I wonder what kind of mischief we're going to have in this series.
Oh, jeez. No kidding. It's going to be interesting, too. Having just watched Thor and Avengers right before this helps to make sure to shift back to that Loki as opposed to the Loki of Ragnarok and the very beginning of Infinity War.
Oh, and it's just forgot just how little progress this Thor has compared to the other Thor, and how finally... was able to get to a point where him and Thor were kind of like finally brothers, and
yes, but at least on either the positive or the negative, at least both of Loki's adoptive parents are alive here. I say both on the positive and the negative because Frigga's death was really instrumental in him changing.
Yeah.
So
that's not happening here, and
yeah. Be interesting to see what happens. Mm-hmm. I mean, things sent Loki on a bad spiral there. It's not that... I mean, he's an incredibly tragic character is who he is. And I mean, again, why he was by far the best villain in the Marvel Universe up until Thanos. Then you can at least debate that, and then with Killmonger as well. But for a while, there was just nobody else to really call a really good villain other than Loki.
Yep. Really more three-dimensional.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no kidding. And I mean, when you can call the villain an incredibly tragic character, I mean, then they have to be more than three-dimensional.
Yeah.
As opposed to our far more two-dimensional villains we usually have.
Let's see. Glishivi says going to watch Thor and Avengers, but ended up watching Thor.
Wow, it dropped early indeed.
Oh,
it is
wow. It is up, apparently. Woohoo! 10 minutes before.
So I guess we are still launching MCU 10 minutes ahead of time.
Yoo-hoo!
And the first episode apparently is called Glorious Purpose.
Yes, Vulture was a good villain too.
Oh, you're right. Vulture was, yes.
Yep.
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am filled with glorious purpose. Line near the beginning of Avengers right there in the title of this episode.
Puny God. After he just whacked. This is Loki that was just recently whacked.
Yeah. So everybody start pulling that episode up there and make sure it's coming up okay on your side. So in case you're new, let me give that spiel here. So as I said, we can't play it here on this side. It's not like we're going to show you it over here on YouTube because that is, it's definitely something we can't do. But anyway, so you'll go ahead and pull up yours. We'll pull up ours. And Natalia's going to count you in, give a 3, 2, 1. We'll also have a timer up over our heads. So that way, if anything gets missynced, you'll be able to go ahead and catch back up and put your watch to the same time as ours.
Yep.
Or the YouTube video to the same time. Whatever the heck the case is. Whatever you want to get to the same time. And Matthew Finn's 7th time. 7 out of who knows how many times to come. Many times still to come. Oh, definitely a few.
All right.
Yes, so let's grab our headphones so we are ready. So yeah, it looks like they will be dropping them around 10 minutes early, kind of like they were doing over with Falcon and Winter Soldier, even though it's on a different day. All right, so everybody knows, everybody, as I said, that's why we started the stream 15 minutes early. Well, I mean, we started early in case just to make sure everybody gets in, but definitely expect it to be 10 minutes ahead of the hour from here on out in the future. Maybe we'll start the stream another 5 minutes early. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, if it's going to regularly be that, then we're cutting just a few minutes ahead there.
Go ahead and prepare the videos.
So everybody pull it up. Put something in the chat if you have any troubles right now, because otherwise we're going to get going, and we don't want to leave you behind if you're having some trouble. So let us know right now. It's going to be time to start Loki.
Yes.
Our next
finally.
MCU show. Oh, we've been waiting so long. 6
episodes. I wonder what the title screen is going to be. Oh,
that too. Do you like our nice side piece over there and our background? The green background I thought was the nice
Brand new for Loki.
Indeed. All right, seeing nobody having any issues, so Natalia's going to count us in.
3, 2, 1, Loki.
And 51 and a half minutes. Now, noting 5 minutes to probably, post this, but that's still 46 minutes.
That's still good.
Oh, look at this New York City right after.
Yep, right after Avengers. 2012.
Yeah.
God, that was so long ago.
This piece from Endgame right here. We're just going to show that piece of Endgame. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So we're quasi seeing it from his perspective because he doesn't know about the others. Well, yeah, because he saw it.
Wait,
like, huh?
It's like, that's interesting. It's interesting how they cut this down and shortened this in here too. Nicely done.
Yeah. Yep, it's gone.
Skip intro? Oh, heck no. No skipping the intro here. Not to mention it would throw off everybody live
Oh, the
streaming horribly.
music.
Yeah, not what you're used to in this.
Feels kind of
Got this
eerie.
weird and eerie thing. Little space, maybe, or in this case, multiverses. Hey, look at the green come up. Yep, indeed, Evie. Look from Loki's perspective, yep. So how much of the trailer will we knock out in the first episode, huh?
Good question.
I mean, definitely a good bit of it. But there's, especially that second, the full trailer, not the teaser, there was a number of other planets shown, even just for a tiny bit.
Gobi
Gobi Desert, yep.
Mongolia. Interesting story,
But in
still
what
on
year?
Earth. True. Might be a time
And in what
thing.
timeline, for that matter?
Ow.
Yeah, just a bit. Not that
Yes,
he's doing
the
well.
Green
anyway.
Marvel logo looked really nice.
Indeed. Kneel before me.
Never mind. That's cool. The portal's opening.
Uh-huh. The sacred timeline. You love he has no idea he's a variant either. Why would he? He doesn't even know time travel is in there. Man, we're having fun with the slow-mo here, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's a time thing. Ooh.
Dang.
Ooh. Don't mess with the time police.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Interesting. Reset the timeline. Just feels like an MIB, mind wipe thing.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. We don't get to see what happened.
Torture? Yeah. I don't think it was done for that reason, but yes. Not that she doesn't get a kick out of it, though.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. The board of Goldman Sachs. Yeah, I don't think that time variant's a good authority given rats.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I love the echoes.
It just adds at the someone's evidence. My goodness.
The Tesseract, yeah, the Space Stone for crying out loud. It's like, dang.
Interesting looking machine.
The whole old TVs and everything feeling decades older than our current time.
Mm-hmm. So much for that. Aw. Oh, cat.
My question from the trailer, though, is it actually just a normal cat?
Mm-hmm. Good question.
We've seen things that look like cats before that aren't.
What? Question mark. Everything he says, he needs to sign. Oh
Yeah,
my
because
god.
it's everything he said. Oh, what's he actually writing? I guess he did actually sign, huh?
Oh, goodness, he didn't have to sign every single paper.
Yeah. We've seen some even within, well,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
yeah, it's not
necessarily,
technically the
yeah.
MCU, is it? Oh, what if I'm a robot? I didn't know why I'm a robot.
Yeah.
When you're
Take
catching
it
Loki
down.
that off guard, right? Oh, this whole style of this is so weird.
I know.
Ay, ay. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, you catch some old stuff. Literal Infinity Stone doesn't know what it is, which is interesting, actually. But with everything they do, how important are Infinity Stones? I mean, there's all kinds of other powers in the universe other than just the Infinity Stones or the
Yeah.
universes.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Miss Minutes.
Ah. All knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or just late for work. It's so bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Your actions. Although most of these people couldn't have possibly caused the actions that really led to the problem, right?
Yeah.
Time Variance Authority, Narrative Commission.
Don't hesitate to let us know how we're doing.
You're asking about title sequence. That right there, right? Mm-hmm. She's like, wee.
I love this is the right timeline. Any deviations is not good.
Mm-hmm. And who gets to decide?
And improper. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Who decides that's the proper?
And Mr. DNA from Jurassic Park. Yes, it very much had vibes of that.
Yup.
1549 over in France, huh? Or stained glass. Yeah, or a different piece. There's a Mephisto stained glass right here.
Yeah. This feels very out of timeline.
The kid is not insanely weirded out by that. Feels weird to me too.
It was Mephisto all along.
Yeah. Well, that's out of time.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's Mephisto specifically they might be after? Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Good question, Evie. Who knows how many multiverse wars there've been?
Oh, that's an interesting question indeed.
They make it sound like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Until they put a stop to it.
Birthplace Yonheim. Cut that in there.
Hope.
Yeah.
Right.
Be a fair argument from him if he's got to make a guess. That's the only way they could beat me, right? Funny enough, they beat him normally, but it's still them. It's great. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you
Ow.
expected to do.
With all the sorceries he's got, no kidding, you would expect
Yeah.
something.
Everyone quiet.
Marie said indeed, Evie.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive, by the way. Saw a bit of a view in the trailer, but still.
Interesting. It looks like they're like inside somewhere.
Mm-hmm. It does. Like inside some giant sphere, maybe?
What department?
Nightmare. Well, he said this place is a nightmare,
Oh.
so, right? Good times. Good name. Evie saying it's or might already be your favorite first episode of a Phase 4 MCU series. It's been a
Definitely well
solid,
done.
good
Oh yeah.
pace, the humor. Oh, man. Space lizards.
Space lizards.
Mm-hmm. Sure you do. What this is going to be adding to the MCU as a whole, though. I mean, for shows that are just going to start to warp our understanding. I mean, for this year, for warping our understanding, this and Eternals are probably the biggest mind warps, right?
Yep. Yeah. Just a little kitty.
Oh, man. Well, if he says he's just a bureaucrat, just making Loki of all people look like a chump, right?
Yeah.
You're right, Evie. I mean, if the TVA knows all kinds of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, trailer episode again. Kind of figured for sure we were getting that piece here in a moment. It was opening episode anyway. Type of material. Humiliating right there. They show him some of his future too. And his death, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Can you talk about how he comes back to life? Could mention Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Probably not.
He could mention Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. here and it would work. If you wanted to bring it in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is fun. Something different right here. Mm-hmm. It's kind of that piece we saw in the trailer for the tiny bit here. Why?
I don't know. What?
So random. But that was part of the fine timeline.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be as beautiful now. Yeah, Evie. Indeed, about the 70s everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Found intriguing from the trailer, too.
Very.
Back to there. Now this is Dark World right
Yeah. So we're actually gonna go there.
here. Yep, show him his own future. Oh, that's painful, that one. Yeah.
He still has to press that button. Loki can ever get to him without pressing that button.
Yeah. In a way, it makes him even more tragic of a character, right?
They had no choice in that.
Right. We won't let you be anything other than the tragic character you are. Can you just use his device and reset him?
Nice.
And around your neck makes it kind of obvious what you are, though.
Casey was a fish.
Oh. What else is in there, right?
Yeah. Infinity Stones? Oh my god!
Wow. Time stone would be useful. What a mess.
Yeah. But at that point, you kind of realize just, yeah.
Also, this is one of those, where are you going to go that you're going to escape?
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Thought the idea was not to do that. Right?
She doesn't care. She
Yeah,
just
no
wants
kidding.
to do that.
It's intriguing how he was able to tell that they really were real Infinity Stones, too.
Yeah.
Back to those sorcery powers and whatnot that he actually has, being able to tell that. All the way up to Ragnarok here now. Gotta have way too much fun with this now.
Mm-hmm.
More because he doesn't want to, or doesn't feel he can. conjured by the weak to inspire fear. Yeah. Impressive. Good times.
That's why it was the devil image, because of the ear, the horn helmet.
1858 in Salina, Oklahoma. I mean, could be, but I'm not going there that easily. So how did this Loki even become a variant?
Good question.
Recognize that voice, I think, for the actor. Yo, that's a way to take out a team. And oh, look at the end credits here on this. So much in the background of these, huh?
Mm-hmm. I can just imagine so many Easter eggs in the background.
Oh, no kidding.
The time thing.
Ow.
Yeah.
That's one of those doors going through it and getting closed off, huh?
Mm-hmm. Doors gone.
Yeah, there's that. Access denied on the last one. Ooh, always watching.
Oh, what a fun way to introduce Loki. The series.
It was a good way. Yeah, it was. Loki versus Loki. Should have just called it that right there.
Yes, agreed, Evie. That was awesome.
Indeed.
The multiple time thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't quite going with the time clock.
Mm-hmm. Notice how the different shapes on the heads, a square, a triangle. I think there was hexagon and an octagon in there too.
This is long. Or at least it feels like a long title sequence. End title sequence.
Yeah, it's got a bit to it, yeah. I'm not sure if it's any longer necessarily, though. Hard to say. Hello there to Matthew Cordona.
Hello.
So there we go.
That was
there you have
fun. Oh, I love how we kind of brought this Loki up to speed to what happened to the Loki from our timeline.
Indeed.
That was really powerful.
No disagreement. No disagreement at all. Nice music through the end credits here too. Continuing that same feel. Matthew said you were a little scared at the end, huh? It's like we got evil Loki and we've got good Loki. We'll call him that, right?
We'll call him that for now. Good versus bad. Good night, Evie.
Yes, good night. Good night. I will see you, in a couple days on that. Natalia won't, but I will.
Mephisto, yep, that's what we thought with the stained glass.
Hey, it was Mephisto all along.
It's Loki.
It's Mephisto.
Evil Loki.
It's Mephisto. Mephisto's behind evil Loki.
There we go.
See, they just think that it's an evil Loki that's really the problem. It's actually Mephisto that's the real problem.
There we go. Oh, that was a good episode.
It was.
I love the interrogator guy. What's his name? He had a really cool name.
Owen Wilson's character there, who is going by codename something. Oh, what? Man.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but no, he's a fun character.
Indeed. So how many different timelines do you think
Good night,
there really
Matthew
are
Finn.
right now? Good night to Matthew Finn as
Oof,
well.
5:14 a.m. Oof, that's late.
This is only 12:45 over here.
Or Agatha. Thanks for visiting the TVA.
Hey, we got an audio, little button right there at the end of the credits. Nothing visual, but there is an audio button at the end. Now I'm going to kill the timer because now we're in localization credits.
Ooh.
I was curious if there'd be anything. There actually was.
Mm-hmm. No, and it's definitely a different feel from many of the other series as well that we've watched.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, it's one of the things Feige's talked about multiple times about anytime they do something else, making it different than what else they've done already, right?
And they've certainly succeeded. There's this element of kind of like oddness yet familiarness because of how it's all like set up. Like, oh, you take a ticket, you wait in line, the TVs, the little mini presentation kind of telling you what's going on and stuff like that. Where WandaVision just felt kind of off.
Mobius, by the way. That was
Mobius,
his
yep. And this feels like it's going to be a little bit more crime-solving type.
Oh, yeah. I remember that was part of the description there is, it definitely would have our mystery and going through and solving it that way. So what's going to be our spy series or spy film, finally? Because we haven't done that genre yet within the MCU. Who will finally do that, huh?
Don't know.
Wow. Maybe Secret Wars. I mean, it's going to feature Fury.
Yeah.
And I think Maria Hill as well. So, as I said, featuring a spy, we could do a spy thing on that. Considering everybody, if we're talking the other Skrulls, I mean, it could fit very well for a spy theme on that. Just a thought.
Wow, that the Infinity Stones are kind of like powerless in the hands of that.
It's interesting how everything's powerless there.
Or whatever, yeah.
I'm sure we'll get some explanations on that eventually, but we're certainly not there yet. And also, again, how many timelines are actually active here? Yes, they're trying to go ahead and keep this one timeline secure, but how many others exist?
Well, that's the point. They're trying to keep this as the only one, where it's cutting all new branches.
They're trying to keep this one secure, but I'm going to heavily bet there are plenty of others still around. Although they may even cover that up from people and not let them, not want them to know how many others are out there.
True.
It would probably take way too much work to actually trim that much. Especially for long pre-existing alternate timelines, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and they have a lore that, they combined them all. And that does sound kind of hard to do, to be honest. Yeah.
It smells some BS right there.
Yup.
Indeed.
You can't quite keep only one tree around. You can try to cut the branches of the one tree, but there are more trees.
Oh, indeed.
So yeah, that was definitely fun. Definitely like Mobius.
Oh yeah, but so many questions in there. Also questions on why they want whatever timeline it is that they do.
I don't know.
What is it? There's an end game they're after.
We need to figure out who's the head, because this is
all. This is or who they were.
Yeah, if they're even relevant now, you know what I mean? Like, who's in power now? What is the motives that they have now?
Yeah, it says that you're hitting on one of the questions I've got too. You think those three are around still? I don't know the comics. The comics might say something more on this for all the heck I know, but
I'm more leaning towards no. If they even existed to begin with, it's not just a tale to kind of try and...
Well, there's always that.
Do conformity.
Well, I don't get the feeling that anybody we've seen in here has ever met them. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like that.
No.
And that goes ahead and opens up all kinds of suspicions and questions on what's really going on.
Yep. So who has the power? Who has the say? Oh my.
Don't worry, Loki was right when he said the whole thing's an illusion anyway, and this is another multiverse fake out.
Is that what's going on?
Could you imagine if they found a way to make this a multiverse fake out somehow?
Well, the idea is that it is a multiverse fake out because there is no multiverse because they made sure that it's only one universe.
Well, I suppose you're right on that point. But...
So they kinda. But I think that's not what we're going with.
To be sure.
And what are the motives of the other Loki besides trying to stay alive? Because if he's a variant, they're obviously going after him. But beyond that,
I also have the question on how he became a variant.
Good question. And what timeline? What spot?
Right, because this Loki very much knows about the TVA.
Yep.
He's actually jumping around in time, messing around with this. So. Being that we know this timeline that has gone here, that would tend to argue that somebody else stepped in and led to this Loki becoming a variant.
Could be.
Right? Because otherwise this Loki should follow along the same line, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. So something else had to have knocked him loose and then caused him to learn about all of this? I mean, there's a fair bit there. So that feels like there's someone behind the curtain still sitting out there.
But who?
Hey, always the time for a Galvant reference.
Of course. Love that show.
Indeed. So, any other thoughts there since you were going strong?
No, I think I pretty much...
Sounds good. Well, then with that being the case, then we're probably going to go get heading out. So... That means we will say our usual. We'll see you all, the two of us will see you all together in a week for the second episode of Loki. And hey, we're going to do our usual, watch the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. We'll do our normal marathon before the sixth and final, probably. Do all that good jazz. And that'll be, middle of July right there.
Yo.
That'll be fun. But hey, in the meantime, let me say to everybody... Have a magical day, and may the Force be with you.
Always.